Right then, we're starting the Land Rover MOT work. So we've got the radius arm, the radius arm bushes, because I've been in an advisory last year that I still haven't done yet. Should be fairly straightforward. Just 2 bolts at the front and that 1 nut at the back. Well, we've got the first nut off there. Time to do the second one, which is around the other side. Wasn't that straightforward because I obviously don't have a deep 24mm socket. So I had to start it with spanner, put the other spanner on the end of it. Actually get it undone enough to then get the impact driver on it. There's those 2 bolts out. So now we've got to undo the 30mm bolt at the back then. We've got to go around the side to do that. And it'll be the easy side off, but because I don't really want to be messing about jacking the vehicle up and things, we're just going to do one side at a time. So everything should, Land Rover should hold itself together then if we do that. Right, it's got 30mm on there then, see what happens. Okay, come off nice and easy. Take that off, take the bush off that side, and hopefully we can drop it down at the front and it will just pull out then. Might have to give it a lever because obviously quite a long time ago I'd done this. So obviously wrong tool for the job, we'll just try and lever it out. Yeah, it's probably going to be easier with 2 hands doing this. Right, so I did have to take the track rod off. So hopefully now this one will come out. A couple of taps of the hammer and it's out. Right then, so it's easy to do this in the vise. We just got to punch out the centres. But if you haven't already got poly bushes in there, I'll tell you what I've done before. I burnt out the rubber, then knocked it through. And I put a hacksaw in. So on the original bushes, there's let's just see if it goes around there. Then you cut through it with a hacksaw, and then it just taps out then. But obviously, it's 15 years ago I fit these bushes, so they've done well. They're coming out really well. I just got this old extension bar I've been hammering through. Then just for the last bit to go through, you just need to use a hammer and screwdriver. They come out quite well. Let's try and prise the bushes out now. And we just need to clean it up. You can see their previous hacksaw mark, so probably one of them is probably from me, and the other one was when they were done before. And then to clean it up, just got a wire wheel and the drill. I've already done them quickly, so I'm not going crazy, just get the rest of it off. So it's nice and smooth. And then we're just going to put a little bit of grease on the new bushes, probably a bit of Morley grease, and then probably some copper grease on the steel insert, just so it doesn't get all corroded. And we also need to put some copper grease on the bolt to go through so that it doesn't rust up in the hole. Might have gone a bit crazy with the grease, but we're now finding the bushes just pop right in now, slide right in nice and easily. So we do the same, just put a bit of grease on the outside of that, and that there will pop right in the middle then. We might have to help it a little bit with a hammer. We've just got to make sure the seal doesn't come out the other side. There's those bushes in. I did just have to use the vice to finish it up. So I'm not saying there was play in this end, but I thought, well, while we've got it out, we'll replace it. You can see there I've previously greased it all those years ago. And see, when it slide right off, look. We've got the new ones to side on, but I'm just going to add a little bit more new grease onto that. That went on really easily, so we can get it back to the vehicle. And we're going to take some copper grease with us, and we've also got some thread lock. Like you can see, I've got the nut on there without the bush, just so we can start getting this side in. But I think I'm going to have to prise apart the opening there a little bit, because it keeps missing the bush as I jack it up. Right, we've got it up in there. We've just got to line up the bolt holes now. I think I'm going to have to clean off that bolt as well, and we'll get some nice copper grease on there before we install it. So obviously the advantage here is if this needs to be pulled back a bit, we can just do the nut up a bit. Also with the jack there, we can move it up or down. Right then, so that's both bolts back through. So see, I've got washers on there, so just pop the washer on that side. I'm going to put a bit of thread lock on the thread. So obviously where our copper grease, I didn't copper grease the thread up, just a bit that's going in the bush. So that one was really hard to do up. And the big 3/4 breaker bar on it, I was doing with my foot, obviously just got free off the spanner now, and we've got to tighten this one up. So fortunately, because the studs are long, you can't get the impact driver on there, so I could cut them down, but not going to happen. And they're all really tight. Time to do the other side now. So it's going to take a little bit longer because you can't get the impact driver in anywhere. There we go, and that's the other one out. There we go, so I was just showing there, knocking that out with the extension. Just go knock knock it right through and then just tap it the rest of the way with a screwdriver. Just like that, the pin and the extension's through. We just got to take out the poly bush then. Should just pop out. So I can't remember if I greased these or not when I fitted them, because obviously it was like, it's a teenager at the time, so I think I only fitted them because they're easier to fit than the other ones. Again there with the wire wheel again. Give them a really good clean up. Pops plenty of grease on them again, so these bushes just slide right in. We've got to grease these ones up and try and get them in without pushing out the other side of the bush. And just doing it with a clamp, just obviously it's just, you don't push it back out then as it goes in. Really nice and easy to do. This side's going in nice and easy. Obviously as a bit prepared, I'll spread out the bar just a couple of millimetres there where it goes in, so we can pull it back up tight when we do them up. Well, that went a bit wrong then, because this top of this bush here actually folded down over. I think I've dropped it down on the jack a bit. It's gone up into place, so hopefully that would just press up now. Sorry, I don't really know what you can see there. So it folded over, so I couldn't get the bolt in. Well, that's better. That's in there properly now. Again, I can't see what you can see there. We just need to get this one back on and just pull the axle back a bit. Just because it needs to go back a bit to get those bolts in down there. Alright, got the thread lock on there, so we can get the nuts on there now then. So obviously I won't film doing up the nuts. Right then, so that's both arms back on, all bolts done up tight, and next thing for the MOT is the battery box. And so the battery is right on that edge there. So what we're going to do for now is, for an MOT fix, we're going to cut out the rot along here, and then I'm going to make up a patch, and then just probably glue it on there, or just screw it on there for now, and then we'll weld it up another time. But then obviously we were looking to get in a alley battery box at some point, because it's starting to go this end a bit as well. So just fix it for now to keep it going. Right, I've cut out a lot of the rot there. Obviously there's still a bit more back here, but I don't want to get involved with taking the battery out. So now we're just going to make up a patch now that will be welded in here later on. So I've only roughly cleaned it up and cut it, because really I want to cut along here, but we're not going to for now. Right, so we'll play about with some cardboard. We'll just throwing that up. I think that would be pretty good to make up out of metal. There's a plate here I've knocked up. It's actually going to be a really nice fit. So I'm just going to screw this back for now, but I will stick some paint or something in behind just so it doesn't rust anymore until we have a chance to weld this up properly. So it'd be a nice, easy repair weld round. You could either drill and plug weld it or just stitch weld it round. I just got it trial fitted. I will remove it and get some chassis black up in there. We'll refit it and chassis black over that, but I'm happy with that. Ideally it wants a bit of seam sealing and that, but no, happy with that. Filled in the hole. Well, I'm really happy with that bodge, considering we didn't have to remove the battery. Obviously it's not welded in, but that's a job to do in the future, but it should then make it last to have some more time to spend on the Land Rover. Right then, one of the last jobs is replacing the rear number plate, because this one's just looking a bit tatty now. And obviously I don't want it to be an advisory on the MOT, so we'll remove the old one first. So I've riveted this one on. Should just pop off now then. There we go. Got to decide how we're going to attach a new one, whether we are going to put rivets in or screw it on. Right then, it's got that roughly lined on there, so I might move the holes down a little bit so we're not going in that big hole that's there before. So we can drill that now. There we go, we're just going for a couple of screws just to speed it up. We'll just pull this one off before we tighten up the screws. Look at that, nice and shiny. Right, so I think that's all the MC jobs done on the Land Rover then. So we'll take it in next week and see what they say. Hopefully it'll be another pass.